Alright, a new generic engine for Stokea, plus the new Rorowa. So let's begin. And no cards for the last few days. So we start off with Sweet Honey Garden, which is a grade 2 Blitz order, and its skill is cost Soul Blast 1, choose one of your units, it gets plus 15k power to end that battle. And then if there's a Blitz order in your drop zone, 25k instead. So basically this is a defensive Stokea engine with Blitz orders. It's not entirely bad, but it's up to you if you want to play it, if you have space for it. In which, like the Cater Sanctuary one, we got generic support for it, in which we go to Wear Prey Stinger, which is a grade 1 way, powering the skills. Count rearguard during turn, you have 2 or more Blitz orders in your drop zone, this card gives us 5k. Yeah, sure, nice. Second skill, auto, when placed on rearguard, cost Count Blast 1, search your deck or drop zone for 1 Sweet Honey Garden, reveal it to your opponent and add it to your hand. If you search your deck, shuffle it. So yes, support for the new order engine for whatever nation you're in which we go to Hallucinatory Morpho, grade 2, 10k power and skills. Auto rearguard, when this card attacks, if there's a Blitz order in your drop zone, cost Soul Blast 1, this card gives us 10k power to end that battle. Sure, nice. Second skill, auto rearguard, at the end of battle that this unit attack, a Vanguard, cost Count Blast 1, bind this unit, search your deck for up to 1 grade 2 or greater Blitz order that is not Regalia's piece, reveal it, and of course put it to your hand, and of course shuffle your deck. If your drop zone has a Blitz order, you may reveal a normal order by this skill instead. So once again, Blitz order support if you want to really play it. Overall, it's not a bad engine that you could tech in if you wish. More defensive option is always nice. Stokea already focuses around orders, so the searching for orders isn't bad, so adding Blitz orders to Stokea isn't bad. Who knows what they're going to do with Brandgate, even though that's already a set order based nation. They're just going to do more set orders? Okay. And now to the new Rorowa cards, we start off with Hunter of Affection Mathis. Grade 2, taking power and skills. Auto, when placed on rearguard from hand, if you have at least a grade 3 Rorowa Vanguard, cost Soul Blast 1, retire 2 other rearguards, choose up to 1 grade 2 or less unit from your drop zone and call it to rearguard. A Soul Blast 1 to retire 2 is not too bad in Rorowa's case because Rorowa just generates tokens which you're going to kill. And those tokens are going to get some synergy when being retired, and you'll see why later. And either way, they already have synergy being retired. And some of your other cards get synergy when being retired as well in the Rorowa deck, so that isn't entirely too bad. But anyway, second skill, auto front row rearguard. At the start of your battle phase, if you have a Rorowa and a Ridelina on your field, you may call 1 plant token to rearguard. So it's just like the Grand Field one where at the beginning of battle, you call a token. Except that this one's a little more restrictive because you also have to have your glitter unit. Overall, it's just kind of nice that you just get more tokens and also can fix your board up a bit, activate other stuff if you wish, so it's not too bad. Finally, to the new Rorowa, Flash of Green Steam Rorowa, which is a grade 3 with 13 power and the skill is auto, when placed by riding on top of for one's precious thing Rorowa, the original, call 2 plant tokens to rearguard, and until the end of your opponent's turn, they get this skill. Auto, when retired from rearguard, draw a card. And you also activate Persona Ride. And here's the synergy where when plant tokens get retired, more skills activate, aka this time you draw a card. And it's also nice that this also activates Persona Ride by riding on top of the original, being basically a new form or another version of himself, or in this case a different fighting stance, in a way similar to Dagria, which will be explained with the second skill where Auto Vanguard, when this card attacks, costs buying a for one's precious thing Rorowa from your soul, choose one of your glitter rearguards, until the end of the turn, this unit and that unit gets plus 5k power, and this card gives us 1 crit. At the end of your turn, ride the bound card by this skill as rest, and of course it has glitter. So basically the original Rorowa plays defensive while this one plays full on offensive. And what's nice is that not only that if you ride this on top of the original Rorowa, which also counts as Persona Ride, and plus giving your tokens extra skills, which interacts with the original Rorowa because the second skill will go back to the original Rorowa. The original Rorowa plays defensively. That one lets you use your tokens for extra shield value practically. Yes, this can be a little slow that you have to go with this at turn 4, but overall it's not too bad since your grade 3 Rorowa already plays very defensively while generating tokens anyway, and this one basically just lets you go full on offensive and lets you go back defensive. And the extra draws are also very nice. And another nice thing, this doesn't exactly cost soul other than the original Rorowa. So I have to say overall this is actually pretty nice, and now I'm a little more interested in Rorowa. I've been already interested in Rorowa's design since I do like the night theme of it, and the style was pretty interesting playing both offensive and defensive a bit, but this one lets you go full on offensive and then lets you go back to defensive, so I might be interested now. So that's it for the new Blitz Order engine for Stokeo along with the new Rorowa. What do you guys think of them? Blitz Order engine is just run in your own leisure basically. But the new Rorowa is pretty interesting. That original Rorowa already plays defensive and this new Rorowa plays full on offensive and lets you switch back to defensive. It's like Rorowa is changing his fighting stance, which is something I kinda like. Overall pretty cool, and I might even be tempted to build the deck now since I do like the design of Rorowa in the first place, and I already have the full ride line. And Rorowa isn't entirely super expensive, so I might actually be tempted to build the deck. But other than that, that's it for this, and see you all next time.